Hi, Dave Wilson here, and today we're going to look at the latest Tronex pliers. And if you thought quality was expensive, time to think again. Follow me. So these are the Tronex round nose pliers. Now there's a couple of versions of these. These are the long pointed ones. They also make a version where the tips are a little bit shorter, so they might be good for getting a bit more leverage, a bit more power. You can see the length here. These are just under 5 inches. They're pretty much the same size as the others, but the thing that varies is the length of the tips. Now if we take a better look at these, you can see the tips really are beautifully machined. They're perfectly smooth. The tips come together tapered beautifully, and they come together at the tips absolutely perfectly aligned. Now the reason for that is this design of the joint that Tronex have come up with. You see, on one side you have this kind of hexagonal nut which goes all the way through, and then there's a sleeve system at the other side. Now according to Tronex, this design allows them to keep the tips of the pliers perfectly aligned, and well, let me assure you, it works. It works. They've got really great comfy handles, they've got the return spring there, and you really can get a good pressure on them. You notice there's a little gap just at the top. Well, what that means is that all the pressure is exerted right at the very tips. So if you're working with very fine, very small wire right at the tips of your tools, then you really can exert enough pressure to work with the absolute finest of intricacy. So what can you do with them? Well, this is the kind of stuff that I make with round nose pliers. This is a typical kind of Celtic bracelet, and it's very important that you can get into these little spaces here and just adjust the wire. So you need that very fine round tip to be able to get in there and work the wire. And so for me, in this kind of work, round nose pliers are absolutely invaluable. And when it comes to round nose pliers, Tronex are without a doubt some of the best. These are 531, and these are the long nose ones. So if you're doing intricate work, I highly recommend them. All the Tronex pliers, they feature the high carbon tool steel. They're also electrostatic discharge safe, so you can use them with electrical components. They come presented in these very nice little Tronex boxes, so great if you're looking for a present for a fellow crafter. And a really cool thing, they come with these little plastic caps which you can just pop over the end, and that helps to keep the tips nice and safe when they're in your tool drawer. Great professional quality. Tronex have been making these tools now for nearly 30 years, and they've become the world leaders in precision tools. You can buy similar looking tools from other manufacturers, particularly the Swiss manufacturers. You can easily pay 3, 4, even up to 5 times the price. So for the price of these Tronex pliers, they represent some of the best value on the market. So give them a try, check out the range, and you won't be disappointed. Thanks for watching.